Hi guys, and welcome to the Rainbow Six Replays YouTube channel. Today we want to present the video highlights of the match between FaZe Clan and Spacestation during the Six Invitational 2025. Want to remind that you have opportunity to support the channel on the Patreon page. Find the link in the description or in the comments. Enjoy.
Between them, but it's actually Falcons sitting, holding onto their own angle. They're waiting for the first, and it's Souls. Gets Ash in, but the grenades are starting. If he goes round, Falcons has no idea. At this point, there's the swing, there's the take on the back, and Handy and Cyber locked down, and, well, just an aggressive retake here. SSG a bit blinkered onto where the players have got to. A second for Cyber, and a flawless opening for FaZe.
Must feel really good for FaZe.
A plan, so getting King out of Wedding, giving him a quick divorce with life itself, but Falcons drifts his way either side of a shield, a sandwich nobody wants to be inside of.
But there is still enough presence on the side for the side
Right on the red stairs, there it is, Cyber laying in wait. They're trying to break their way in towards the site. They're up and then down, but a 2 versus 2 and a 2 versus 1. Ashen, he's able to make it work. They open with 2 shields. Come, them big metal boys trying to roll, push them back in towards Bakery. Now the Blitz has to play it cautiously. They both That's the trade. Brilliantly played. Tripled it as J90 across the side of Bathroom, down towards Cocktail, is suffering in the long engagement. Handy gets the drop onto J90, and this round once again is so single-handed. Falcons at least keeps the Flawless at bay, but takes a scratch of damage. The smoke sends that further as Benja gets knocked down, and, well, the last pop-up there is an easy cleanup. They're trusting in the cover, you assume. Somebody is on the hatch, keeping a long watch, but the break goes in, and there's a trade back and forth. Ashen gets one, but KDS gets the kid cold inside Cigar. The swing of the Blackbeard beats a man to death. And there's the cross from Benja. The cover from the piano window. The C4 loses though, and Souls, in the meantime, brings us into the 2 versus 2.
Waiting patiently. They're just trying to find a little bit of information, and I think it's just if that grenade gets tossed in, and know exactly where this push is going to come from. Handy though gets himself taken down.
That was so good. That was even better. They timed the grenades either side of Lumber. They forced the position. Now the one that went down. Synonymous players, and yeah, statistically, obviously, he's sort of struggling in the lower 50, but fishing. On that engagement without the ramp, it is awkward. So it's just a drive, a swing round. There's one, there's the trade out, but it's Wedding and Cyber getting that coverage. They have the swing on. Cyber for 3. And it leaves Falcons alone, sat outside the building with a minute. Gets one. But the repositioning, there's one on the Bakery. Does he know? Nope. FaZe. Way across the mining side. There's a bit of damage done to King, but it's the catch round the back. There's support potentially. No, Handy somehow gets one, but 2 on the side of SSG means even though they've dropped the shield once again, they still have that advantage, that precious moment they can work with here. Now, what can they do? Almost lined up, but traded back a bit. Cyber and Souls holding on. Souls gets Benja a 2 versus 2 once again. We find ourselves with these 2 teams, barely anything separating them, a 1 versus 1. He wants this man for Valentine's to, well, get off of this map at this point. We are down to 10 seconds left. Falcons, he has to likely take this engagement. Cyber isn't going to let him just sit on this. Oh, Cyber! Brilliantly played. Like FaZe, who have been overtly cautious at points throughout this tournament, you might be able to just start putting that pressure, or that secret 6th man known as Time, in towards the equation. Forest, more than ready to welcome them into his Bakery, but he wants the reveal to be one of his own choosing. Now the beep comes through, and so does the execution. Souls trades one back out, but as Handy tries to take some pressure, some control, it's across the side. The bow and a shield. Battering ram its way all the way on towards the clash, and there's nobody for support immediately, but where has SSG found themselves stuck? KDS does get caught out. Falcons is retaking aggressively on towards Prep, and King is now stuck, waiting But if they can pinch out Faults, which they are fully aware of the location of the player, it should be an easy way to get it locked in. There's the swing, there's one. A triple kill for Souls, leaving just Ashen left. Cannot get his way out of Kite and FaZe.
To that area of the building. Whereas Vidaking finds one in return as he's pushing in from reading. His second one pops up, but gets shot down. No, Vidaking gets a double in that matter. And suddenly, FaZe are in the lead of this round.
Well, they've been able to find themselves once again tying things up, but Cyber sticks it down. Ashen, again, alone, watching from above as they go for the plant now. He's got to make his move. And they have slipped their way through. He can't quite get the angle. They have the pings and the watch on the players, a slight separation. He might be able to isolate an engagement, but they use the bomb chassis well. Buy time for Cyber to get the crossfight. There's one. Just needs to get Cyber, and he cannot!
It's going to give them so much information on the side of FaZe, but also opportunity to harass as KDS goes down by Ashen.
Well, that is a start. That is the player that, to be fair, for the side of SSG, has kept it going and going! Throws himself out the building. And I might have said they were slow to launch, but Ashen is heading for space. There is at least one for FaZe to sort of stem off the tide of a flawless. Have nothing else here, Hap.
Those cameras have been hacked indeed. They have a lot of information, but they need to find 4 instead. Getting shot in the side by Benja. And SSG, they live for another
sort of instigate and find the fight, the gridlock. Oh, the worst time to let down Faults. Souls with the LMG pop, but so does Ashen. Gets out Cyber, sets himself 1 kill above, but Souls and Benja trading back and forth, so continual. These two teams, the swing onto Cocktail, Forest, shield on back, cannot get out of the danger zone. Ashen once again. Here trying to hold on hope for SSG. There's the first. The second is far on C3, misses the planter. FaZe absolutely blow Cafe Dostoevsky away. What a strong opener here in SSG.
Favorite map out of the best of 3, and we've commended the SSG throughout the whole tournament for not giving away free opening kills, not dying for free. And it really looked like a lot of those rounds, beyond the first pick, there was just slip-ups here and there that didn't need to happen. It could be because of the nature of the map, but again, that shouldn't be happening at this late in the stage.
Were SSG too much in their own head, Jack?
I don't know if they were in their own head. I think maybe a little bit of nerves came into play. Obviously, this is an opponent they've already played against. They know of the quality of FaZe.
They fight off the map, that giant white wall that holds the exposition side or the restaurant side. From the exposition side, if you have a shield there to push yourself through, it just makes the attack a whole lot easier. It's Fenrir, the last one to be removed, together with the mirror.
I mean, you're looking around here last year, and it's going to be something where he tries to write his own name behind the bar. The first fight, well, it's actually Forrest to take and gets rid of Cyber. There's the swing outside, and there's at least FaZe holding on, but with a down player, it's a 4 versus 2. Vidaking and KDS, the only one standing. Benja as well, and as soon as they make the move, they know the contact swing is going to come, but they don't even need it. J90 threads the shot, and Vidaking too far away from Souls to get him up. Oh, probably too far away from the end of this round to get himself in without at least 2 more kills secured.
Definitely was FaZe kind of having a head stuck against the wall there. They really wanted to go through exhibition as the final kill comes in.
Advantage, huge presence and potential danger and focus here, but also 2 wings of support to fly on through. The first is Falcons, and he cannot find the second, though. Souls gets the trade out, but at this point, you've taken care of Cyber. 0-2, Handy, 0-2. Hard breaching, the Candela's gone. They only really have just drive energy right now. 2 bolts, and they're both smoked. What do you do here? Well, apparently lose the Capitao.
Yeah, finding themselves not actually near the side itself. Flashbangs to be tossed in, hoping to just find a kill or 2. Well, that's 1 for the effort, 2 to be found as well. And suddenly we're in a 2-on-3 situation.
Souls doesn't know that someone's right behind him. There it is! There's one, Benja, hiding, laying in wait, and now surrounded. J90 swinging the other side. Feels the the encircling, the calls, the tracks, the players on towards Terrorist Door, but it's KDS that finds Faults, and you can see he's eagerly sort of saying, look, I know someone else is going to show up. I have to find a way to fight my way out of this. They go in on the blind, and Faults gets one. Benja does trade out, at least for his life, but with the death elsewhere, it leaves Forest and J90 alone. Vidiking scratched on arrival. Not enough to get the drop on him. There's Forest for the cover from the black stairs. J90's been able to slip his way into a slightly better position, but as Vidiking gets one more, it leaves just J90. Good take. Surprised the second player didn't swing on him, but they want to stack up together. It's a two. Across the side, another pop of a Goyo, another pullback.
It's going to be a Nitro cell down below from Benja. He's just going to be waiting for the call of his teammates. Hey, they're right above you now, and he's going to be launching that one up. So this gives away his position, though. They might be trying to go find him.
That's it, and he's hoping somebody drifts a bit too close. He's hoping all eyes are locked on the front fight. It's been missed moments, and Cyber, oh, he plays with danger, but he gets burned. There's the swing, there's the trade out, Vidiking, but a couple of steps too late, and it still means you lose the player on the knowledge you had. The break on towards gold, the narrow angles being played, the man goes out the breach, but it's watched. Handy was aware of Forest's tricks, and now with one C4 gone, it is just Fox. Gets one, gets dropped. The next task, the next job, and it's so fluid right now, and this is that position. Benja able to get some strike before, and Fox gets the first underneath against Cyber. A big location to take if you're in that 1 versus 1. Vidiking goes down as well. There he is, locked out by Ashin. The swing and the fight for Benja's the take. Souls does find Faults, but all this utility spent getting himself a second. 2 Candelas left and a kit recollected. Succeed. Candelas scream their way across Dragon as he's trying to just get an inch of a body to shoot. Ashin gets caught by Handy from underneath, tried to contest the angle, but the Keepers are keeping Souls out. He only has 20 seconds to try and coordinate for the next kill. Forest, shield on back, wants to be gun up for a second. Make sure that they can get it, but
that's it.
Forest swinging his way. Souls taking round after round and moment after moment for FaZe. They're having to go with plan B, but Handy, he's stepping in between a fight here. Does he know that he's going to be swamped from both sides? Well, I think it didn't really matter. The shield, he gets locked out. They said they've rallied before. On the site that they lost last time, they're looking like they're ready to tie things up here, Hap.
Important for SSG in their momentum. It's only up to KDS in a 1v5, not even that.
Seating area, Benja has to win it, but he can't! The C4, he knows there's danger, but J90 just in time. Unfortunately, Faults falls as well elsewhere.
Fire, there's impacts, there's Kibas, there's so much at play. That slows him down as J90 is trying to put up some pressure engagement, but he gets shut down by Handy, and so does the last Cyber.
The bottom of the stairs, and this is the opener. They're trying to get locked in, throwing either side, but he's able to get J90 and get out, and oh no! Another one of those plays called out, but Vidiking somehow fights his way out of the odds. Hello, Clash! Taking a bit of a risk there, but with 50 seconds left, wasting time.
Oh, that's it, they're just trying to waste all that time as there falls another Handy, drops, it's back to a 4-on-4, but they need to cover so much ground, and the Clash still out there slowing them down as Vidiking drops on the side of Drum.
30 seconds now, they have that man advantage, and Cyber on that shield is having to utilize a secondary gun. You probably don't really want to. At this point, it's when the shield becomes a bit of a problem, but look at the health. If he plays this well against KDS, baiting this moment, they know he's there, but he still gets one. He cannot get the second. Benja finds Souls, attention drawn, but Cyber locks it out. Just Ashin in another 1 versus 1. Look at his health though. He's not gonna make it. He's not gonna make it. Can he find one? No! In, flirt with danger, pull back, and SSG. There's nothing that's being handed to them. They swing. Forest makes his move in towards Karaoke, in amongst his own smoke. Now, the second follow through. Corner to corner. J90! Both dropped. Suddenly, the top floor is there.
Oh no!
There's 1 and 2 Souls! Fend the side! A triple kill. No more as Benja at least stops the flow, but Cyber going for the drop on towards Benja. They're well aware the calls are coming through. They're pre-firing the angles they know, but look, FaZe, they're stepping themselves back up. They've sort of read this take, and there's the swing. Ashen gets Cyber, sees the legs, and there's the return freebie. Caught out from the swing on Karaoke. Vidiking pulls himself back. A 3 versus 2 versus 2. Doing all that he can, trying to get one more, and there's the drop and the finish. Vidiking popping up, causing problems, pulling back. J90 gets the kit. Sees this. Bit of damage done here, but not able to net the kill. The same problems before as Vidiking is locked out by Benja. The shield screaming the pressure on. J90 finds Handy. They're starting to cook. Stylely surrounded, but the next break, the rotate, trying to get its way back around. It's KDS on the loose, KDS on the tear, but if he's too late, he's just too late at 4 versus 1. And at this point, they know where you are. They can just watch. He tried a big play, but Bold has only netted victims on his team. Ashen is obviously down. How aware they are, well, it doesn't really matter. SSG have locked down the site. 30 seconds, KDS is being offered nothing, and that might look like a heart shot into the wall. But at this point, as they get ruined, points to prove. Forest is down. Will net that kill, but 5 seconds to get on that kit and then not let go. I think we're pretty confident in saying SSG, they find themselves on map point. Lost on the opening map, and a good portion of this. Forest underneath, going for the revenge kill, spraying through against them. They're on the chase, they want support, and well, there's the blind and the drop. There's another player coming in, but will they try and stick the fight? They're trying to surround the shield, and Forest.
The TCSG. He doesn't have a nitrous cell, but will he need it is the big question. If he can find a head, one for the effort, and a potential second as well.
Well, Cyber gets Forest, the shield is gone, the pressure from behind is gone, and I mean, they're more than happy to keep going this round. Well, would it really be a FaZe versus SSG if we didn't see a OT? J90, he's had a great series and a great map so far, but greatness is built towards taking your opponents. Cyber, how well can he do here? There's one, and no! False! He almost had 2, but he ran out of bullets. False. None, and well, the Goyo canister does a fair bit of damage. There's the breach on the wall. Souls goes to Ashen on the main stairs. And they pull back for a second, but Forest doesn't want to. Laying low, Handy finds Ashen. Oh, but it's False and J90! Traded to another 1 versus 1. Handy versus False, but look at the health. The fact that there is the goo mines in pocket here has to play with the plant. A lot of soft. False goes to a slightly further away position. He's tucked and safe. He might secure it, so on towards what might be unknown. The mute jammer swing. False has to play this perfectly. The slightest scratch is enough to knock him down.
We'll see the
Andy all the way up, stops, waits, Pulse is patient. There's the pre-fire, there's the swing by Andy! The amount of health is the reason that was the opening half of this split. They started slow and they're gonna start slower. Because Cyber can't even get himself up on the repeller. Revenge for the...
You just want to go for the side itself, not worry about anything else. If they find the very first, it could go that way.
Well, it's all coming up SSG, and he gets the shotgun towards VIP. There it is, the quick breakaway, the fight to Handy, who's not aware. On the black stairs. They have claimed
Rotation.
He's gonna get caught out by Shrine, and no! He fights his way, and there's not an immediate response, but look at Forest go! Suddenly, they're off to the races, but that leaves KDS behind them. KDS now has a bit of open space to play in, and they've got to make sure that they do not forget about a man who was late to the party last time. Well, he's got to be there soon now. Their soul's caught. J90 in on the side. Forest cannot be stopped yet. Down on the stairs, in a Benja, and KDS swings all down to Benja. Once upon a time, SI's Boy Wonder here to try to keep SSG soaring. 50 seconds. Reading with the skeleton key, KDS. Shivers and splinters of damage, but not enough to knock him. FaZe holding out, holding on. Their positions are locked. They know time is of the precious essence. And the swing up the stairs, they're ready for a contact fight here. Benja's trying to bait it. The flash on one, the shot, no, FaZe clan! They secure the 2-0 against SSG.
Against FaZe on the other side, because they are reactive armor incarnate here. 8-7, went all the way there, Fresh.
Yeah, all the way, 8-7, 15 rounds, and again, we mentioned J90 and Fultz again there, Fox. Both of them putting up big numbers.
I mean, they were the two players that were the veteran leaders of the group, and they've fallen back. They've taken down that leadership role, and they were still doing so good for this whole tournament. I mean, SSG, I would definitely be proud of themselves just off of individual growth and performance. For FaZe, though, I mean, they really look like they're coming into themselves. They're looking like the FaZe that we saw at last Invitational. Hopefully, no choking going forward, because FaZe has been looking so good when they're able to just structure as a team and work through that teamwork.
Now we talk about the emotion. I love the trash talk between the two squads. Before the game started itself, there's some words that I personally will not be repeating, but ones at the end, you know, just go home, shushing them away, KDS. Obviously, this is not something that is a negative, like you're really being, showing animosity to your opponent. It's more of a